Have you ever wondered how someone could predict the collapse of a major cryptocurrency and make millions in the process? Well, let me introduce you to GCR, a mysterious crypto trader who did just that. While the rest of the crypto world was caught up in the hype and frenzy, GCR remained calm and collected. He saw through the noise and had a plan. Back in 2021, when Dogecoin was surging thanks to Elon Musk's tweets, GCR wasn't buying into the Doge to $1 craze. Instead, he was quietly plotting his next move, ready to pounce on the unsuspecting market. GCR's story is a masterclass in contrarian investing and the power of independent thinking. Get ready to be amazed by how he managed to outmaneuver the crypto cults and make a fortune in the process. The Doge short. GCR had actually bought Dogecoin way back in 2020, when it was trading for just a fraction of a penny, a mere $0.0002 to be exact. This meant that when the price of Doge skyrocketed to an astonishing 69 cents in 2021, GCR was sitting on a staggering 3,450% gain. But instead of riding the wave of euphoria and cashing out, GCR did something that left the crypto community scratching their heads. He decided to short Dogecoin. You heard that right. While everyone else was convinced that Doge was destined for the moon, GCR took the opposite position, betting that the hype would eventually come crashing down. And boy, was he right. As Elon Musk took to the stage on Saturday Night Live to host the show, the Dogecoin price took a nosedive, plunging by a whopping 30% during the broadcast. GCR, who had been shorting the token, watched with a grin as his bet paid off handsomely. But GCR didn't stop there. He continued to short Dogecoin every time Elon's tweets sent the price surging, making millions in the process. It was as if he had a sixth sense, an uncanny ability to predict the whims of the crypto market. The rise and fall of Luna. Just when you thought GCR couldn't get any more impressive, he set his sights on a new target, the Luna ecosystem. Luna, the token of the Terra blockchain, had captivated the crypto world. Its leader, Kwon, had built a dedicated following of lunatics who believed Luna would take over the financial system. The numbers were staggering. Luna shot up from $0.65 to $99, a 15,200% surge. Investors were also earning 20% on Terra's stablecoin UST, fueling the craze. But GCR saw through the hype. He recognized the same cult-like signs that had driven Dogecoin's meteoric rise. So he took a bold stance. He decided to bet against Luna. GCR was ready to pounce as he spotted the cracks in Luna's foundation. He was about to take on the Luna cult head-on. The Luna short. It all came to a head when a whistleblower named Algod called out the flaws in Luna's design, warning that the system could be exploited. Kwon, in his typical narcissistic fashion, dismissed the concerns and publicly tried to embarrass anyone who dared to share a bearish opinion on Luna. This was music to GCR's ears. He knew that the more Kwon tried to suppress criticism, the more it would fuel the lunatics' belief in the project. It was a classic case of the sunk cost fallacy. The more they had invested, both financially and emotionally, the harder they would fight to protect their investment. And so, GCR upped the ante. He proposed a $1 million bet with Kwon, wagering that Luna would be worth less in 1 year's time. Kwon, blinded by his own hubris, agreed to the challenge. But GCR didn't stop there. He tried to push the bet even further, suggesting a $20 million showdown with Kwon. Sadly, the Terra founder ultimately ghosted GCR, unwilling to risk that much on his beloved project. Undeterred, GCR took matters into his own hands and placed a $10 million short position on Luna. And it was a good thing he did, because the collapse of the Luna ecosystem was about to unfold in spectacular fashion. It started when someone withdrew a massive $85 million from the UST stablecoin, causing it to depeg from the US dollar. Kwon and his team scrambled to stabilize the situation, but their efforts were futile. Luna entered a death spiral, plummeting from $99 to an astounding $0.000006 to a 99.99999% loss in value. GCR, who had been watching the events unfold with a mixture of glee and vindication, quickly covered his $10 million short position by buying a staggering 120,000 Luna tokens for just $0.72 each. In the end, he netted a cool $21.7 million from his Luna short, a truly remarkable feat. The crypto market short, but GCR wasn't done yet. After his triumphant victory over the Luna cult, he set his sights on an even bigger target, the entire crypto market. As the rest of the crypto community was busy chanting "WAGMI" and predicting a never-ending supercycle, GCR was busy assembling a team of analysts to identify the weakest tokens in the market. His strategy was simple: inverse invest in these projects, essentially shorting them in anticipation of their inevitable decline. He zeroed in on VC-backed projects with significant token unlocks and weak narratives, knowing that they were ripe for a fall, and boy, did his strategy pay off. As the crypto market began to cool and the hype started to fade, GCR's shorts started printing money. Virtually everything he had identified as a potential target came crashing down, and he was there to reap the rewards. In the end, GCR's market-wide short netted him a staggering $26.4 million in profits. It was a masterclass in contrarian investing, GCR's ability to see through the noise and identify the vulnerabilities that others had missed. Lessons learned. The story of GCR is really fascinating. He's like this crypto mastermind who managed to make a ton of money by going against the grain and seeing things that the rest of us totally missed. Let me break down the key lessons we can learn from his remarkable journey. First off, don't be one of those blind believers, you know? The crypto world is full of these cults where people just worship certain projects no matter how crazy the hype gets. But GCR, he had this ability to see through all that noise and recognize the warning signs. Another big thing is timing. GCR understood that the real test comes when the excitement dies down. So instead of getting swept up in the Dogecoin or Luna crazes when everyone else was, he actually went and shorted those tokens right as they were peaking. Talk about having the guts to go against the crowd. And then there's the whole thing with these big ego crypto leaders like Elon Musk and Kwon. GCR knew that these guys, with their massive egos and refusal to listen to any criticism, were way more likely to end up driving their project straight off a cliff. So he positioned himself to profit from their downfall. But perhaps the most impressive part of GCR's strategy was how he would inverse invest in these weak coins after the overall market had already peaked. He'd identify the VC-backed projects with shaky narratives and just short the heck out of them. It was like he had this sixth sense for spotting the vulnerable ones. At the end of the day, the biggest lesson here is the importance of critical thinking and not getting caught up in all the hype and emotion that dominates crypto. GCR stayed objective, analyzed the fundamentals, and made these really smart contrarian bets. That's how he was able to make millions while the rest of us were just along for the ride. So next time you find yourself getting sucked into the latest crypto craze, remember GCR's story. Take a step back, look at things rationally, and don't be afraid to go against the grain. That's where the real money is made. GCR's story shows how powerful it can be to think for yourself and not just follow the crowd. In the wild world of crypto, so many people just jump on the latest hype train. But GCR proved that the big money comes from going against the grain and spotting the weaknesses that others miss. His ability to see through the Dogecoin and Luna crazes and then short them at the right time was truly impressive. And his strategy of targeting coins with shaky stories after the market had peaked, that was just genius. The key lesson here is to always keep a clear head and not get swept up in the emotion and excitement. It's easy to get caught up in the crypto hype, but the real winners are the ones who can step back, analyze things logically, and make smart contrarian bets. So next time you're tempted to just blindly follow the crowd in crypto, remember GCR's story. Be willing to think for yourself, go against the grain, and identify the opportunities that others have overlooked. That's where the real money is. Subscribe to Digital Financial Freedom to stay ahead of the curve and learn more about navigating the wild world of crypto.